It's now my pleasure to introduce an exceptional young woman and your senior speaker, Ms. Elyse Tuennerman.
Thank you, Erin. I am somewhat embarrassed to publicly admit the amount of time that I have spent going through the Kalamazoo College online archives. What started as research for a class project has turned into a minor obsession. I have the 2010 master plan slideshow practically committed to memory, and I always skim the senior individualized projects of alumni before I make networking calls. Other favorites of mine include a 1985 Index article entitled "Hairstyles, What Do They Say About You?" and a 1952 orientation guide for new residents of Trowbridge Hall, at the time a women's dorm. According to the pamphlet, saddle shoes, loafers, and bobby socks complete the ensemble for that collegiate look. I think that there is something valuable about interacting with Kay's past in this way. It is easy to forget how short these 4 years really are in the grand scheme of things. Going through the archives, the old newspapers, orientation documents, and yearbooks is a reminder that whether they wore bobby socks and saddle shoes or flannels and Birkenstocks, thousands of other students have at one point or another called Kalamazoo College home. These documents are a record of how the K experience has remained the same over time, and more importantly, a reminder of how incredibly different our K experience has been. In a recent archive search, I stumbled upon a particular gem of an article that I think reflects this. It's an interview with an alumnus who got the phrase Lux Esto as a tattoo. In a move that I think is quite reflective of K students, the tattoo receiver even ensured that her tattoo aligned with the college's branding guidelines for typefaces. The article is a fun tidbit, but I think that it speaks to something greater. Through the years, Kalamazoo College has remained a place that people love, sometimes enough to get a permanent reminder of that love tattooed on their body. The time that we spend here reminds us to, as our motto says, be light. Kalamazoo College students across the generations are curious, passionate, and burning with a desire to improve this place that we love. And as our time here draws to a close, I've been thinking about what sort of legacy we will leave behind. When future students search the online archives, what artifacts of our K experience will they find? I think that they will find evidence of a group of students who truly cared about Kalamazoo College. They will find sips on everything from disco to ground squirrels to urban development. They will find records of the intercultural movement, of the construction of a new fitness and wellness center, and of the inauguration of President Gonzalez. Our 4 years here have been busy and sometimes tumultuous, and as a class, we have brought so much light to this campus, light that will shine through in the records of our time here. But there are also so many things worth remembering that won't show up in a search of the archives. In some cases, this is probably for the best. For example, I don't know that anyone wants future generations to have permanent evidence of them streaking the quad or sitting alone in Trowbridge sobbing to their mom on the phone. I should mention that both of these examples are, of course, entirely fictitious, definitely not based on my real life. But there are so many other memories of our time here that I want to shout about from the rooftops. The K experience is what it is because of the brilliant, thoughtful people who are a part of this community. The inside jokes, the doggles, the friendships made over late-night stack sandwiches. This place is full of memories that can't be bottled up or scanned into the archives. Even if you don't choose to get our motto permanently affixed to your body, hearing the phrase Lux Esto will always remind you of the time that you spent at this quirky little college. I have been so inspired by the light that you, my classmates, have shared with our community. Go forward, lead lives full of light, and if you get a tattoo of Buzz the Hornet, please make sure that a photo ends up on the online archives for the rest of us to enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Elyse. Nicely done.